Hello everybody, this is AsteroidsHD, another brand new game that just came out Friday on Steam in Early Access. This is Asteroids HD. Now this is a 3D make on the old school two-dimensional asteroid games that so many people loved and so many people even today know. You know, the simple little sprites and asteroids that you blasted and had a lot of fun with. I had a lot of fun with the game back in the 80s on the you know, arcade machines and the arcades. And here we go. This game is actually less than $1, 99 cents in American currency. And right now, its first week, you even save a dime by getting it for just 89 cents for the first week. So, is this game worth your dollar? We'll be back right after this to find out. Alright, welcome back to my first play and review of Asteroids HD to find out if this Asteroids game is worthy of the dollar they're asking for on Steam in Early Access. So, when you first take a look at this game, you see that it has single player and multiplayer. Now you can play with up to 8 other people, and there's different modes of play. So if we go into multiplayer, you can see there's a survival, objective, and a deathmatch. In here right now, there's just not enough people that have bought into this game or you know, got this game to have any kind of games going on, because I'd love to test that. So we're going to go ahead and go back here, and you have single player as well. I want to go ahead and show you guys something else that's pretty impressive for a game like this, and that is all your options. So in the gameplay, you can choose whatever color ship you want to play with. I believe this is for the online multiplayer. And then show player name, show crosshair, show hints. You can type in whatever you name. Here you see that I've changed the default name, like Asteroids Player or something like that, to Zaxter99. Video, they've got all your expected settings for resolution, so you can match your monitor. And then vertical sync, borderless window options, full screen, and brightness. And then audio, you have your common sliders for both your sound effects and your music volume, or you can just turn sound off and on altogether. So I definitely like that. So we're going to go ahead and go back and jump into the single player and find out what this game has to offer. Now, I did play this game for about 30 minutes at least right after I bought it on Friday night, but just haven't got into making a video yet. So when you go into single player, you only have one mode right now, survival. Now keep in mind that could be expanded as it goes through development, because again, this game is in early access, and they're only asking, like I say, $1 for this game. Alright, so what I like is when you actually start off, you're going to see your ship with whatever color you chose. And I love this little trail of smoke. So you move your mouse to rotate your ship, and you'll see the trail of smoke following behind you. You see all your stats there. You see level 1, enemies 1, asteroids 2. So there with the enemies, you know you have a spaceship somewhere out here that you need to find, because he will be shooting at you if he gets close enough. So you also see that my speed on the right hand side is 0 kilometers an hour. You also see that I have missiles. Now right here, what you're looking for is this little red ship right here, and if you put your cursor right on it, you'll see that little red targeting cursor. That means you can shoot and likely have a good chance of hitting him. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit closer here. Again, notice the trails of smoke. Not very realistic, but it does look cool. And so looking cool is what it's all about. I'm going to go ahead and try shooting. And you'll see the little red numbers there. That's damage, kind of like an RPG, hit. Now here you see that he is coming up and trying to hit me. Screen flashed red to let you know that I've been hit. And if you look at my shields down in the bottom left in the blue, you'll see that I've lost some shields due to him firing at me. He's closing in. He fired a laser at me, and I'll continue to go ahead and try to hit him. He's hit me again, knocked down some of my shields. I'm going to go ahead and shoot one of my homing missiles at him, and you can see it tracking him down there. He's trying to avoid it. He did evade it. Pretty fun. And shoot a couple more homing missiles at him. Oh, I got him. 170, and I actually blew him up. You'll see enemies 0 down at the bottom, and I actually got some credits for doing that. And then you'll see that you have all kinds of like little power-ups and unlimited ammo and different things you can actually fly through. It'll actually help you, you know, practice maneuvering your ship to get these little upgrades and power-ups and missiles and stuff like that as well. So my shield is going up over time. It's like healing over time, or I can pick up a power-up and see shield restored there. So then the only other thing you're going to see here is asteroids. I can look down at the bottom and see that I have 2 asteroids. I'm going to go ahead and shoot. Again, you see the hit points on the asteroid. Quite a few hit points, but it doesn't take that long to shoot. Now what you want to do is make sure that you are hitting it where the cursor turns red, because if I hit it up here, for example, where I don't see that red cursor, I'm not doing any kind of damage to it, and you see its hit points stay the same. So make sure you get that little red targeting cursor, and you'll likely get a hit, especially on an asteroid that can't move and try to evade you. One more should do it. And boom! Now look at that. One thing I love is that the asteroids, it breaks apart into smaller asteroids, each one with its own hit points, and they all fly off just like they do in the old original 2D asteroids, you know, go in their own direction and having their velocity pretty high from the impact of the explosion. So I really like that. You got to be careful, because one time I blew up one of these asteroids and a big chunk of asteroid like this came right at my ship. You know, you can definitely get in some interesting, dangerous situations when blowing these asteroids up. So 17, 12, 6, 4, boom. And again, even smaller asteroids are blown up. So now you can see that before I had 2 asteroids, well now if I look down at the bottom, I see that I have 8 asteroids that I've actually got to blow up. And when you blow up that 3rd level there, they are gone. So, and you blasting it, you can just hold your left mouse button down to fire a continuous laser. But if you look when I do that at the bottom, you'll see that I'm overheating by running my guns too fast. So if you do that, you gotta wait before you can actually shoot again until your guns cool down. Yeah, this game's pretty fun, and I like being able to maneuver, and I especially like the trails of smoke that you have. See that asteroid there? It has a lot of momentum, and it just came right up behind me and over me. I was actually pretty lucky that that didn't smash into the back of me. I mean, it flew pretty close. Now you see I have 10 asteroids here as I blew this one up. And you can see kind of how close some of these asteroids can get to you. 27, almost blown up. Boom! Good thing that didn't explode into smaller asteroids, or it might have got me. Pretty fun. Pretty fun little game. I'm rotating my ship to continue hitting it. Boom! That one blew up. And now I've just got to go get all these little asteroids here. And I'm telling you what, this game, when I bought it for $1, I didn't expect this game to actually be this good. I know it's a little rough around the edges, but I actually think this is actually pretty fun, to be honest with you. I mean, right now it's not as dangerous as like the old asteroids would have been by this point of game time, but you still got to be careful, or you can find yourself in a lot of danger really quick. So I'm still overheated, gotta wait for my engines to cool down. 510 hit points on this one. Let's get real close and see what happens, because I haven't tried to blow an asteroid up really close. You know it's going to be a lot more dangerous if I do this. Look how big it is, and I'm going to go ahead and blow it up. 350 hit points, 320, 316. This ought to be interesting to get this close. Look at that. Man, I am lucky none of those chunks of rock went right towards me. I would have been probably dead. That's really cool, though. Boom, 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 boom. The music goes along with the game pretty well. I like the ambience. Close. I love being able to see how much damage you're doing too. And the sound effects are pretty good. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Whoa! That was close. That's what I'm talking about. You can have some pretty dramatic, intense moments right there as these asteroids fly around you in 3D. So, yeah, if you guys like, space games, or, you enjoyed the old asteroids or whatever, I definitely think this game is worth the $1 you put into it, especially knowing that multiplayer is out there and enough people actually buy this game. You can have some, battles with other players as well as the asteroids around. So, is this game worth the $1? And especially knowing that it's probably only going to get better as the developer puts more and more into this. Absolutely, this is one of the better steals on Steam right now, I think. Knowing that this isn't even a sell price. I mean, I think this is a great bargain for the $1 asking price to get a game like this. So let's go ahead and grade this game based on the amount of time that I've played it. And knowing that, this game is far from perfect, but again, it's under $1 and there's fun to be had in a game like this. So value at, it's worth 30 points, it's worth 40 points of my score. It's the biggest part of my scoring. And knowing this game is only 99 cents regular price, what is my value of this game? Well, in any game, I figure you have to get under $1 per hour. So in this game, for $1, that means you're going to need to get a good value score. You're going to need to get at least 1 hour of game time out of this. Well, I've already got more than an hour of game time in this, and I'm not done. So I think this game's a pretty good value. I'm going to go ahead and give this game a 38 out of 40 on value, just because it's so cheap. And I think you probably got at least 2 or 3, 4 hours of game time out of this game. Maybe not all in the same day, but over the coming months, I think you got at least that much time for most, or for the average, player. So great value there. I'm giving it 38 out of 40. My next criteria that I base a game on is fun. Well, how much fun is the game? Well, while this isn't the most, highest action, highest adrenaline kind of game out there, it's kind of casual right now, at least on this first level. I do think there's quite a bit of fun to be had in this game, and I think the fun level would probably be especially more intense if more players go out and buy this game and got into the multiplayer, battles and adventures together. So I'd like to see that part of it. Unfortunately, because I can't, grade this game higher on the fun level based on something that I haven't played. So I just have to base the fun level on what I've played so far. And for that, I'm going to go ahead and give the fun. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 15 out of 30 for fun. There's probably more fun to be had, but if the multiplayer and people buy this game and multiplayer kicks in and I experience that, you could expect that the score would be, go up just a little bit more as well. So anyway, we're at 53 points already scored in the first two criteria, 38 and 15. My next criteria is controls and bugs. How well does the game control and how many bugs are there? I really haven't seen a whole lot of bugs. I have seen some bugs where you shoot like an asteroid, and I still have 2 left. You shoot like an asteroid and they don't fly off at their own momentum. They just kind of sit there, and that looks kind of weird. Controls take a little bit of getting used to, but overall I think they're pretty good and very responsive. And that's definitely something that's nice to see. Sometimes these asteroids are hard to see when they're black like that and they're far away. But for controls and bugs, I'm going to go ahead and give this game a 17 out of 20. So pretty good and pretty respectable score for early access there. So now we're at a 70% already. We still have one more part of the grading criteria, and that is graphics and sound. Well, how good are the graphics and sound on a scale of 1 to 10? What are they worth? Well, I think the graphics are pretty average for a game like this. I've definitely seen a lot better, but I've seen a lot worse as well. And I'm going to go ahead and give this game a 5 out of 10. So for Asteroids HD, you actually get a 75%. So 75% is my score for Asteroids HD, and keep in mind that score could be higher, if I was able to play with some other players on here. And I have a feeling that might be pretty fun and raise my score maybe to an 80 or even higher. So is it worth your $1? Heck yes, it's worth your $1 to go in and jump in this game. And you also know that you're going to be supporting the developer by doing this. Looky here, as I'm at the next level now, I have more big asteroids and I have more enemies to shoot down. So really, really cool. And be sure you comment down below, let me know what you guys think. Be sure if you let me know if this video has made you go out and buy this game and spend $1 and support the developer in that way. Be sure you comment that. I'd definitely like to know that. And if there's anything else you want to comment about this game, certainly let me know. I do read all my comments on every video, even if I don't reply to every single one. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure you guys let me know what you guys think of this video. And an easy way to do that is just by giving me a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this video, or if this video has helped you make a decision on purchasing or not purchasing this Asteroids HD game. Take care, everybody. This has been Zaxter99. We'll see you in the next video.